Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you saw by the title, it will be a full face using high-end makeup. A little bit of chit-chattiness gonna happen here. So I wanted to just do, first of all, I was gonna do a video that was simply high-end products, are they worth it, basically. And then I was like, whoa, like I kind of have a full face, this is kind of lit, so why not just film it? And I could show you like stuff in action and give you my opinion as I'm applying this stuff to my face so you can actually see. I will be going over prices and my feelings towards them, of course. So it's kind of self-explanatory. I'm gonna be doing all my makeup with my high-end products. So a lot of high-end products, you guys know, get a good name because of the name that's attached to them. You know, you think of NARS or Too Faced and you're like, NARS and Too Faced, even though the product may not be good or something like that. I am sorry, I have like a really bad cough. I've said this in like every video, so if I breathe funny, that's why. I'm sorry. But let's just get started. So the first product here is this MAC Prep and Prime. I do have a lot of minis here, I just wanted to mention, because you know that stuff is expensive. But I personally think that minis are the best way to spend your money when it comes to high end. And that's because you might not like the product after using an entire one of it up. I've had different experiences with that, and different mascaras that I've tried that were high end samples just weren't good. And so if I had the full thing, I would just be like, ugh. And so this is a mini of the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in Radiant Yellow. So the full size of this, full size is like this big. It's a pump, actually, like a pump you can pump in your hand. It's pretty big, and it cost $42. And they do sell these in like sets and stuff, so you could get a set for like $45 and you get a bunch of other products plus this. But honestly, even if someone was like, hey, you want the sample of this, I don't even know if I would take it because it honestly does not do much for my skin. And when I apply foundation on top of it, it doesn't make my foundation look my foundation look any more radiant than it already is. Especially because I use a tinted moisturizer, so that's kind of like already moisturizing, hydrating, and so it looks like that on the skin. So I don't think that this product is worth it at all. Trying it maybe, but if you cannot get the sample in an Ipsy, if you can't get it like free with purchase, then I wouldn't even bother with it because again, it's not that radiant. And honestly, I like my hydrating Flower Beauty In Your Prime Hydrating Primer better than this. And not that they're the same product, because they're not. One's meant to hydrate, the other one's meant for radiance, so they're not the same product, but I still don't need radiance really. And so I guess, I don't know, I would just never pay a product $42 for a product that really doesn't do anything for my skin. So I mean, it looks nice now, it just looks moisturized, it just looks like I just put on some good moisturizer. Like, it doesn't look radiant or glowy personally. And then you'll see when I put on foundation on top. So for foundation, it's another sample, and this, although I really like samples of actual product, like the brand sold the sample, I really think it's smart to sample products from Sephora, because this is the Huda Beauty foundation. I have the shade, Tres Leches 320G. So that's my shade. It's my perfect shade. They shade match me. I just needed to get myself used to it for a second, but I wasn't gonna buy it, but I was interested in buying it because so many people talk about it, and for a good reason, because it is so nice on the face. But this product, first of all, the full size of this costs $40. I wrote $4. It definitely wasn't $4. I think it's $40 like on the dot. And the smell of this is so intoxicating. I don't know if I could stand going through an entire bottle of this, because I wouldn't be able to. It would just be too intoxicating. But the coverage is so pretty, and the just the creaminess and everything is so pretty about this foundation. I love it. And yeah, the coverage, just everything about it is so nice except for the smell. And honestly, it's really sad that the smell is so intoxicating to me that it's a deal breaker. Like, I'm not gonna purchase, I wouldn't even think about purchasing this in full size because of the smell. And yeah, maybe if I leave the container open, because it is a small container, so the scent might get trapped in here a little bit more than an actual foundation, so maybe that's what it is. So maybe I should just maybe I should leave this package open and see if it like wears off a little bit, but I don't really know. So yeah, not a fan. $40 is a lot for a foundation, honestly, but I think that if you are someone who can stand the scent, I honestly think it's a little bit worth it. And just because I think it's worth the splurge, because it is such a pretty foundation and you can use it on special occasions, and you can get shade match for it, so it would be your perfect shade. Once you apply foundation and stuff, you guys are probably like, girl, that's not your perfect shade. Once I apply bronzer and stuff, I meant, then it all comes together. But I really think that that's a good splurge foundation if you're okay with the scent. Personally, I wouldn't buy it because I don't like the scent, but just look, the coverage is so pretty. My skin looks so natural, and once I apply the rest of my makeup, it just really just looks gorgeous. So I think it's like, I'm gonna just add some to my eyes real quick, but I just think it is a great splurge, honestly. But I would suggest sampling it first, just my opinion. But if you're, because you want to see how first of all the shade works for your skin, even though they do shade match you, sometimes it's a little wrong, so you want to make sure it works for your skin, but you also want to make sure that you like the finish of it, because it's not matte, not super dry, it's just pretty and kind of like a natural finish, I feel like, on me at least. And so you really just want to, oh my gosh, so you really just want to sample it before, you know, especially with this smell. I would sample it, so sample, at least be like, can I smell this, just to say that, you know. So next, I actually do not have a concealer, which I was shocked about because I'm lying. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. Okay, this doesn't count because these are samples and I've never used them before, but I do have a sample of this Jouer Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer, and I can try the sample right now. So I have the shades Wheat, which is very light, Creme Brulee, which actually might work, and then I have the shade Dulce de Leche, which actually might work as well. You guys know they give you the jankest amount of sample, but hey, worth a try, right? So I think I'm actually gonna use creme brulee and just slap that on the face. I'm gonna put that under the eye here. Oh, it looks like it might match me. It doesn't say how much it is, but I'm assuming it's an arm and a leg if this is Jouer. Again, you guys know, you guys just saw me figure it out. I just opened this, so I have no idea how this looks, but oh my gosh, that blended so beautifully. Oh, it's a really nice shade match for me. Oh no, this is how they get you. I have no idea how this wears, but right now, just by the look of how flawless my under eyes look, you need this concealer in your life right now. Oh crap, how much is this? Let's look it up. Okay, it says Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer is only $22. I need this in my life because it is beautiful. Oh man, it's so pretty. I have the hardest time with concealer because no concealer is perfect, and I really like the e.l.f. one too. So of course, like, I like drugstore ones, but to have a nice, like a splurge concealer might be really nice, and this shade looks really nice. Oh my gosh, let me know if you guys have ever tried this concealer, please. Please let me know. I'm adding my Ciate Extraordinary translucent powder, I'm sure you guys have seen this 100 times on my channel. It cost, this giant size cost $22, and again, this is another product that I think is so worth it, guys. Ooh, like right now, I'm just, if I could spend all the money that I thought was worth it, I'd be spending like $500 at this point. Because the only product right now that I don't think is worth it is the primer. Ugh, I'm trying to get this off, but it won't come off. Is the primer. So the foundation is $40, concealer is $22, and the powder is $22. That's already $82, $84. So I'm already broke. But anyway, I think that this powder is just so nice, and honestly, I like the combination with the concealer because it just looks so airbrushed under my eye. Just like I don't know, just like my skin looks like that naturally. Of course, you have to see how it wears, and it doesn't look too dry, which sometimes it's a little bit scary that it might just look too dry under the eye, but it doesn't, so I really like that. The only reason why I would honestly think about purchasing this setting powder, just because it's so beautiful, but also because I don't want a lot of loose setting powders. I want like one tried and true, and even if it's high end, and I paid $22 for it once, then it's gonna last me a pretty long time because I don't use loose powder every day, and so I think I should be okay. Would be okay if I just bought this and then just use this for life, really, or till it runs out, you know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be just good to have in my collection as just my powder, my one powder. So it is really nice, and I really like that one. Again, a mini. I got this in an Ipsy, and I was like shocked because it's just so beautiful. And I did look on the Ciate website because that's where you can get it, all you can get it right now, and it says that it is $22, which I said, but it says it's new. So if it's new, then I'm assuming it will come to other stores soon. So I don't know, but I'm really excited about that. Next is this Tarte blush book. It looks like this. This costed $44. This costs $44, and again, so worth it, guys. What am I at now? 40 plus 84, 128. I think it's $128 right now, but this is so worth it, guys. This, oh my gosh, you get, first of all, I think if you want to buy this and not buy any other blushes, I think it is a great idea because you get 8 blushes in here, and you get a bronzer and a highlighter, which I'm going to use the bronzer now because I don't have another bronzer from the high-end places right now. I did before, but so I don't know how it's going to work for my skin, but I still think that if you like this highlighter and you like this bronzer, you're getting a great, amazing bang for your buck because you're getting just so many products for only $44, and $44 is a lot, but you're paying for quality, and you're paying for, like, this will last you on. If you use the bronzer and the highlighter every day, you probably would get a year or 2 out of it, maybe, but the blushes will last you like 3 or 4 years because first of all, there's 8 shades, and second of all, it's not like you get a little bit of product. You get a lot of product. You get 2.4 grams, which is not, like, again, not the most product you can get from a product, most grams you could get from a product, but you get a lot for it being an entire palette. So I think it's something to think about. And then this went on sale for $25, which I was like, girl, I don't know if they still have it. I think all Tarte blushes are worth it because they're so amazing. I think I suggest getting a mini of Tarte blushes because they last so long, and the smallest amount goes the longest way, so you don't really need a whole one. But I think that they're worth it. So I was saying all that to say, I actually, the only thing though is that I'm not going to use a blush from in here because I'm going to use the bronzer and highlighter from in here because I have 2 other high-end blushes that I want to talk about. I don't have a high-end bronzer. I did have the Hoola Benefit and the Tarte Amazonian Clay bronzer, the Tarte Park Avenue Princess, and the other Tarte bronzer. Hotel Harris bronzer, and they're just not my favorite. The Hola Benefit one was one that I definitely repurchased because I love that bronzer. It's just so pretty, so natural, so light. But the Tarte ones I wouldn't repurchase, really. Next is blushes. So I have a Balm Beach blush and a NARS blush, a mini blush. So the Balm Beach blush by The Balm is $21. $21, and honestly guys, not worth it. These balm blushes, this balm blush specifically I suppose, is very nice, very pretty, very natural, but it's nothing that my other blushes can't do. I actually got this at Kohl's for like $8. So worth it. If this was $10, even $15, I'd say it's worth it because it is such a nice blush and you get a lot of product. You get 5.576 grams. So you get a lot of product, but it's not the but for $21, it's not that worth it. I think you can get similar blushes for cheaper that do just the same thing. It's just very natural. So like, it's really, I wouldn't pay $21 for it. Anyway, if you want to check out Kohl's, Kohl's does have a lot of The Balm sales and stuff. So I think you can get some really nice things on sale like this. So I think then it's worth it. But if you're trying to buy this for full price, I would rethink it. Check out another blush. The e.l.f. blushes are really nice too. You just don't need this, I don't think. So, okay, next is, the NARS blush. So the NARS blush, the full size of NARS blushes cost, where are you? $30, and that's bananas. The NARS blushes, the reason why they're so expensive is because they have so much hype around them. Like, I'm sure if people were so mad about them being so expensive, the brand would lower the prices because nobody was buying them. But because people buy them and hype it up, they're gonna keep them $30. But I have a mini here, like I said, and I love this mini. This is the most famous NARS blush. I'm not gonna say the name, I've said this a million times, and that's just because I have kids who watch my channels and they're like, Mom, what does this mean? Or if their mom overhears, they're gonna be like, what is that person talking about? You know, I just personally don't feel like that's appropriate. But anyway, this blush is so pretty on the face and it does last all day and it looks so nice. I would not pay $30 for this though. I would pay for the mini sizes. I don't know if they sell mini sizes. I don't think so. But if you, gave this as a birthday gift from Ulta. So if you sign up for Ulta, you might get a NARS blush for birthday gift, which is really nice. But I would not buy the full size of that at all. No ma'am, no thank you. Okay, so next, usually I do brows. I don't have a high-end brow pencil. There's no reason for it. Next is eyes though, and I do have my Too Faced Tickled Peach palette. You guys already know how I feel about this times a billion. And I do have some other high-end palettes, I just don't have them with me. And I've talked about those because I did a week of palettes and they were in it, so you can go check that out on my channel. But these right here, this one right here I didn't talk about too much, and this one is $26, and I don't know if they sell it anymore, so again, I'm so sorry. It's a little bit awkward, but I did want to use it because some people could still get their hands on it from like other people who are selling it, or some people just don't know if their holiday palettes are any good. This is one of my favorite palettes. The quality is so beautiful. The smell is amazing. But it is just a great palette. It looks beautiful and it applies just as beautiful. I'm going to take the shade down here, which is called Peach Spice, and just apply that to the crease. I'm going to take Warm and Fuzzy. I don't know, I forget that name because that's my favorite name in the whole palette. I'm just going to put that on the lid. Look at that. Boom. Warm and Fuzzy is this one right here, by the way. Okay, next, so what are we at? We were at 124, I think. Let me write this down because we're getting to big numbers that my brain cannot keep forever. Okay, my total right now would be $154. So if I had the products that I like, I can share with you what those were again at the end just to recap. So mascara is this Clinique High Impact Mascara, and this is $19, guys, and it's so worth it. I think it is such a great mascara, although it's not, I don't know, I keep going back between this one and the Essence one, which is only $5. So I don't know which one I love more, and I have to do like a comparison, honestly. Like one day do one eye with one and one with the other and just see. but honestly, if I just want to splurge on a mascara, it's gonna be this one first. I've tried a couple of different drugstore high-end mascaras, a lot of them being Tarte, but I've tried them and they're just nothing close to this mascara, and I love this mascara. I did have some mascara on, so that's why this is being weird, like clumping up, but that's just because I had some mascara on, so it's like being funny. But so sorry about that, but I do love this mascara and I do think it's worth $19. So again, like I said, there are just other mascaras from the that are high end that people really like. I'm just really not one of those people, and I don't know why. So I don't know, I'm just not into it. Okay, next is highlight, and so the next highlighter is this Ofra highlighter, and Ofra highlighters are $29, and absolutely not, this is not worth it. I have drugstore highlighters that I love so much better than this, and although this is a certain, like, this is a specific shade of highlighter, this is the Ofra Nikkie Tutorials highlighter in Everglow, and it is, look at that, it's blinding, and if you're into that, you're gonna love this. But for me, I'm really just not into this much highlight, and I really just don't think it's worth $29. I am going to use it because I have it and stuff like that, but I just don't like this for every day. It's like so super blinding, and it's like a little too much for me, and I can't deal with this for every day. Some people are like cringing right now, like, Marissa, what's good with you? That's crazy. But I am just into something a little bit more subtle, and I honestly, even if you like a blinding highlight, I've seen so many tutorials of people who've gotten a blinding highlight like this from the drugstore. You don't have to pay basically $30 for a highlighter. Like, that's ridiculous. And highlighter is not something that's important to me, so I personally wouldn't be paying $29 for this. I know, I'm crazy, right? Okay, so next, let's go with this. I'm at 30 minutes. This video is a little long. But this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water Set and Refresh. I feel like you guys know how I feel about this already, if you've been here for a little bit. But if you're new here, I don't really think that this is worth $32. And I got it on an Ulta sale, so I didn't pay $32 for it. But this one, so I got it on half off, and I don't love it enough to like repurchase it or to recommend it. I think that Morphe Prep and Set, Milani Make It Last are just as good, and so I don't think you need this one. I'm trying to use it up, but it's going slowly but surely. So just save myself some money there too. Okay, last is lips, and I have two different brands. One is the Huda Beauty, the other one is the Fenty Beauty. So gloss bombs. This is the Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick, and I'm gonna say Trendsetter. I can't speak, in the shade Trendsetter, and the Huda Beauty lipstick is $20, so kind of up there. I honestly, personally, that's a little bit hard. This one's a hard one. It is such a pretty shade, and I love it in the fall. I tried to wear it today, and I tried to wear another one today that were like this shade, and it just was not working. I was like, why does this look terrible? But just because it's not in season right now, I don't know. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I don't think I'd repurchase it once I use it up, and I don't think I'd purchase a different shade. If I was like half off, I'd get it. For 10 bucks, I'd get it. But for 20, I don't think I'd spend my $20 on this. There are other things that I like more than liquid lipstick to be spending $20 on a liquid lipstick. And just to be seen, I'll be like, this formula is really good and amazing. So if you're someone who loves liquid lipsticks, you might be able to spend the $20 and be comfortable with that, because I'm like more of a blush person, an eyeshadow person, lip gloss person. I'm willing to spend the money for those things instead of liquid lipsticks. So I don't think it's worth it. Again, if you're someone who's into that, you're gonna think it's way more worth it than me, but I just don't. And the last product here are my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. Every single one of these is worth $18, and $18, girl, is a lot, but I think it's worth it. I know, I'm terrible. I'm so crazy. But again, I'm a lip gloss like hoarder, and so for me, all lip glosses are worth it, especially if they're not sticky, if they're beautiful, if they're a little bit shimmery. They just give your lips a little bit more oomph. If they, I don't even know what else this does, but it does something good that I like. It's just so beautiful. It just looks really nice. It's like your lips but better, but like glossy. So I don't know, I really like it. I always go a little overboard with the lip gloss. I'm like, but yeah, and these they last quite a long time. I haven't like put any of them in a project because I don't want to use them up, but they last a pretty good time, honestly. I think so, and they're so gorgeous. Like, look at that packaging. So beautiful. I love these. I think they're so worth it. So really, guys, that's really it for my full face of makeup. Okay, so my total of things that I would purchase are $191. So that's basically $200. That's a lot of money for a handful of products that isn't a full face, because I don't think the full face of products that I used was worth it. So, if that makes sense. But like, look at my makeup right now. It looks gorgeous. Like, it looks really pretty, but I personally just wouldn't buy it, all of this. The products that I said I would buy, just to recap, were the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs, the Huda Beauty Foundation, the Ciate Powder, the Clinique High Impact Mascara, Too Faced Tickled Peach Palette, the Tarte Blush Book, and the Jouer Concealer Girl. And this is my first time using it, but I'm obsessed. So those are the products that I said I would definitely use. Some products I would repurchase, some products I would repurchase, some I just wouldn't. So again, this is my opinion, how I feel. If you guys have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you're like, hey, you used that wrong, that's why you hate it, let me know. I don't really know what I could have used wrong, but anyway, that's it for this video, guys. It's kind of long. I don't know how long I edited it to, but I really hope you enjoyed it and stayed through the entire thing. Let me know if you want to do, like, I don't even know. I can do half high-end, half drugstore. I think that might be a little bit interesting. I don't know if I'd necessarily do dupes, because I don't really think a lot of my products are dupes, but if you want to just see how they work side by side, I can do that. That's kind of interesting. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Remember that God loves you. He's always there for you. If you need something, if you need someone, he's always there for you. And you know, if you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. Remember, you know, that he died on the cross for us and for our sins, and that's not to be big-headed like God died for me, but it's so that we remember what he did for us and the sacrifice he made for us. And so when you're going out through your day and you see the beautiful trees and you're alive and you know you're eating and your stuff like that, just be thankful. And you're watching this YouTube video, so which means you have a phone or you a laptop or you're watching it on something, you know, just be thankful for all that stuff. So yeah, bye guys.